Hey, how you doing? On this week's episode, we talk about Ashton Kutcher. Why was he canceled? I can't remember. Nick Saban, that guy who coaches for the Alabama team. Who wants to go swimming in Bass Pro Shop? It sounds like a great idea to me. I don't think they have diving boards, but we'll find out later. The Sound of Freedom. You got to watch that movie. Check it out. Who doesn't love cooking together as a couple? This is a different kind of story, but you should probably check it out. Iceland, it's a little hot there. Maybe not the best time to go on vacation, but we'll see. And then, is it a crime to be poor? Because I think these people think it is on this week's Am I the Asshole? Check it out.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Nowhere. I am Levi.
And I am Shane. And sometimes it is surprisingly easy to find that you can feel quite a bit more comfortable, such that you suddenly have the ability to gently experience a deeper self relationship as you begin to notice yourself already changing.
Yeah, obviously. you all know what that means. So it's like one of those horoscopes in the newspaper where it's just like a bunch of words and stuff, and then none of it makes sense. But somebody out there is like, yeah, man. We have one listener that's probably like, fuck yeah. Shane's speaking the truth, dude.
I love crystals.
Finally. Finally some representation on this show. Speaking of representation, you want to read the Patreon people?
Oh, yeah. We'd like to thank Adam Pacino, Mark Stadler, Kylie Gangwish, Colby Jordan, Chantel, Kevin Garahan, Andres Valles, Lord Reverend Professor Rusty J. Lugnuts, and Colton Zamersla.
That name is just too much.
It's there.
Yeah, if you want to do that, that's a Patreon people. You can go to the link tree in the description, which can also take you to the YouTube, which is where you can leave comments regarding the episode. This week's comment thread is sponsored by the letter K. Kylie's just dominating in the comments as per usual. So let's see. She likes the new intro. That's good. That was a thing I was kind of nervous about. So hopefully that's not just her saying that. There are 2 likes. I mean, one of them is us, but still. And she also says, I don't miss my headphone jack at all. I literally never used it. I want to know what garbage Bluetooth headphones you're using, Shane, that die so easily.
Listen here. Look, everybody knows that you don't always charge your fucking headphones, all right? You don't always charge them. And then you get caught in the most inconvenient time without them. They just die.
Okay, but how often are you doing things like that where you're, never prepared?
Pretty often. I'm like... The fact
that you made Chief is astonishing because you can't even manage to charge your headphones.
Dude, it's bad.
Animal.
Yes,
Yeah.
If I can do it, anyone can do it. All right, I got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. She continues. Oh, this is she just wants the volume to be louder. She says, "Can you make the upload volume of your voices louder?" But
yeah, well,
on this one or on the audio, which one? That you gotta be specific. Guess we won't know. Keep it the same. No, I think I forgot to do that on the YouTube this week. Usually I bump them up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, because I always do it. I always bump it up. Yeah.
So, all right. She says that Instagram comment from Gypsy is so cringe. No cap, on God, for real. Cringe. Yeah. Not chuggy, as
that's
the
one
kids
of my
say.
That's one of my icks, as the kids say.
Yeah. My ick is Gypsy Rose talking about her mom husband's Fire D.
Yeah.
Yeah. She tags 1138. Is this a Little Rascals reference? Yes, it was. Thank you for noticing. I think I was writing a letter to Darla in that. I was quoting a meme that is like Alfalfa writing a thing. He's like, "Dear Darla, bitch, you got me fucked up," or something like that. I can't remember how it goes, but it's amazing. Kylie also loves what's going on with the video, the images, the topics, and the switching of the screen when one person is talking versus the active conversation, having both. Very nice. Thank you. And she says, to my knowledge, nowhere else in the world has commercialized drinking water quite like Americans.
Yeah.
Hydro Flask, Hydro Drugs, Stanley's. My $6,000 hospital cup is the best, though. She stole a cup from the hospital. Well, I guess she paid $6,000 for it, is what she's saying. But and she uses it all the time. Every now and then, I'll get like a snap where she's like, use it, like, oh shit, that's the famous cup right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she also says she forgot about Carlos Mencia. I used to love watching his stuff. And then she said Cat has some of the best stand-up ever, though.
He does.
I remember my sides hurting from laughing so much at the one he's wearing a green suited. Yes. Also, if you ever played Grand Theft Auto 4 and you took a nice lady out on a date in that game, you could go to a comedy club and you could see Cat Williams and Ricky Gervais. And I think it was just them two. Maybe there was another one that I can't remember now, but that was the best for me. Like, could just go watch Cat Williams or Ricky Gervais just hanging out in Liberty City, you know? Taking the ladies on a nice time. What else could you could do? All sorts of weird shit in that game.
Dude, I think the last Grand Theft Auto I played was like, I guess it was 3 or 4. Because I remember on Xbox you could play your music over the top of the game until they like got done away with that like assholes.
Yeah. It was like the 360 was the last time you could do that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed that because you could like stick a CD in the console and rip the CD to your console.
Yeah, you could download it all to the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do that on the original Xbox too, also.
Yeah.
And the cool part about it was you could do that, and then on, I think, all of the Grand Theft Autos until 4, well, all of the Grand Theft Autos that were on the original Xbox, so Vice City 3 and San Andreas, you could select the radio could be your music from your Xbox. I was like, that is so awesome. And so, like, my dad had downloaded a bunch of songs, like, all his kind of music onto the Xbox.
Yeah.
And so I'd be playing San Andreas, driving around on a motorcycle, riding around on a motorcycle, and, like, listening to whatever he had uploaded on there. And I was like, this is the best. Just fucking cruising. Yeah. Then she says, Aaron Rodgers refusing to apologize to Jimmy is peak douchebag behavior. Yeah. And then I'm going to talk about that in a second. So I'm just going to skip to the next one.
Okay.
And the ones with the hands, we're talking about little people. And I said the ones with the hands. And she said, I'm cackling at the Segura reference. And if you don't know, you need to watch Disgraceful, Tom Segura special, where he talks about you can't say, midget to describe a little person anymore. You got to say the little people, but with the hands, and and that's how I always do it now because it makes me laugh inside. But
yeah.
Anyway, going back to Aaron Rodgers for a second, I saw something where so Jimmy was like, "Hey man, like if you're gonna slander my name, we could get lawyers involved essentially."
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers was like, you just didn't understand what I meant. Like basically I don't even know. It's like that weird way of not owning up to the things you say.
Yeah.
And it's annoying, and I hate people like that. They just, you said something, just stand behind it. It's not that hard. Like, you want to say that? Cool. Say that, stick to your guns, don't play this, oh, well, actually, that's not what I really meant, and you took it the wrong way. Like, don't be a fucking bitch, dude. Just, and you won't find me on Epstein's list, and I'm going to talk all the shit on Aaron Rodgers I want, so what's he going to do? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
And I also want to point out the fact that I hated Colin Kaepernick before everybody else did, and I also hated Aaron Rodgers before everybody else did.
Dude,
or
you're
mostly
such a
everybody
fucking
else.
edgelord, dude.
I'm the fucking trendsetter.
Dude,
all right.
God.
You ask me a quarterback in the NFL who people are gonna hate in 5 to 6 years, I'll tell you. All right.
Yeah. Who's the next one?
I
Make a
don't
prediction
know.
right now.
Now I can't think of any. There
Oh,
are no
good.
quarterbacks in the NFL.
Dude, so over the weekend I got in a hole, right? And we were watching some show, and it made me think, we were watching The Sound of Freedom.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And
How was it actually?
It's actually not a bad movie, but then knowing that it's not that it's loosely based on him, I was like, okay, whatever. Because they do
Yeah.
make him seem like the fucking man.
King Kong ain't got
Yeah.
shit on him. Yeah.
So the movie is a good movie, but when it started talking about sex trafficking, I was like, dude, didn't Ashton Kutcher, wasn't he on the forefront of sex trafficking there for a little bit? He started that company called Thorn.
Yeah.
And then I remember seeing a couple months ago that he got quote unquote canceled.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, why did he get canceled? So then I Googled it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't the only one that got canceled or whatever. It was
Right.
most of the cast of that 70s show that got
Yeah,
canceled.
because they wrote like a person,
they wrote
a
character
character
statements.
witness.
Yeah.
For Danny Masterson and
Yeah.
his.
And so it got me
Yeah.
thinking, how does that make them bad people? I
Yeah.
don't know what they said in the statements. Maybe in
Yeah.
the statements they said the victims were liars.
Yeah.
But if they didn't say that, the way you and me know each other
Yeah.
could be completely different from the way that me and Natalie know each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so
Yeah.
based off what you know about me, you could write a statement and go, "Fucking Shane is this and this and this person,"
Yeah.
because of all the interactions we've ever had. You know?
Right.
So I don't think it's fair that that the rest of the world is just like, "Oh, well, fuck these actors,"
Yeah.
because they're not saying. Like I said, I didn't read the statements they wrote, but I
Right.
would assume that in the statements they didn't say "fuck the victims." They were just
No.
like Danny would never do this because we know Danny.
Yeah,
based
this
off
is
of-
something that we couldn't see him. Yeah, stuff
Exactly.
like that, which is I think important because where people are jumping at the opportunity to get mad at somebody about something,
Yeah,
people who have known this person for however many years, even if that person ends up being a shitty person, there's still gonna be a part of you that is gonna hesitate in breaking that. And I've never experienced anybody who has done any of the things that Danny Masterson has done, so
Right.
I can't really put myself in that situation. But I have met and hung out with, been friends with people who have done some pretty shitty things.
yeah,
And there is a part of you that's I don't know, man. And if you get caught in that moment and then that's when they're like, hey, can you write a character witness for me? You're gonna just tell them, in my experience, this is, and you're gonna be
yeah,
obtuse about it specifically because you don't want to, you want to ride that line where you're not gonna be held accountable for fucking your friend over, essentially, and then also you don't want to accidentally get yourself involved. I don't know, he seems like he knows an awful lot about this guy, and then they just we're gonna lump him in too or something like
Yeah.
that. I don't know.
And so because of those statements, the work that Ashton Kutcher was doing, I mean, I know it's still being done, but he stepped
Yeah.
down from the board because of
Yeah.
all that, and that's
Right.
insane to me.
Yeah.
He was on the forefront of trying to stop. Obviously, I'm sure there's other companies or other
Yeah. Yeah,
organizations that are doing the
nonprofits,
same
yeah.
thing, but I mean, just because you gave a statement about somebody you worked with for fucking a decade,
Yeah.
and you're like, I never saw that side of them, not one time.
Yeah.
And now you're demonized because you gave a statement based off your experience. It just seems fucked to me, and I just
Yeah.
it rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It is definitely weird, but also at the same time, I don't know if it was I guess it couldn't be a conflict of interest on like the anti-trafficking thing, but I don't know. Maybe it was like that organization's like PR being like, "Hey, man, we could probably just do better if you're not
Yeah,
the
I get
thing
it.
anymore." Which
I
seems
get
like
why
it's pointless. Like, well,
Yeah, like I think people are forgetting that like they have friends that they have known for years that never did anything wrong in their purview, and then something else came out that when they were over here they did this, and you're just like, oh well, shit, dude, I would have never expected that.
Yeah, it makes me think of like when like a musician gets like, oh well, we got proof that what's this, Jimmy Page banged a 14-year-old in 1964 or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, dude, they all did. We all knew that this whole time. Like,
Yeah.
they should have done something about it back then, and they didn't. Maybe the person didn't come forward now. Right, okay. But like, it seems like there's not one of those people, you know what I mean? Like, they're just everybody's got fucked up friends. I don't know what are you guilty for what your friend does in that situation? Maybe if you made them do or like witnessed them doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that's I think that's the only way.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's super weird.
If you knew firsthand your friend's doing shitty things, then yes, you're just as guilty as your friend. But if you were never in the room, never around that shit when it happened, then there's no way you can connect those dots.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
So anyway, what do we got? We got some stuff. Big thing going on this week is Nick Saban has announced his retirement from college football. If you don't know, Nick Saban joined up with Alabama in 2007.
Oh wow!
After a failing coaching attempt at the Miami Dolphins, and then he was at LSU before that, Michigan State before that, and DC for the Cleveland Browns, and on and on. He's been coaching in some aspect since 1973. He was a graduate assistant in 1973 till 76 really. That's crazy. Like, that's such a long career. And it also, the end of an era for Pete Carroll for the Seahawks.
Oh, he's getting out too?
Yeah, and Bill Belichick.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, clean sweep, all these old-timey dudes. And it's pretty interesting.
Sean Payton's still around, that traitor.
I saw a thing that somebody was like, I don't even remember. Oh, I think it might have been Reggie Bush. He said the NIL basically forced Saban to retire. Like, he couldn't compete because before, there's always those rumors of, like, Alabama plays bad and their linebackers get their Corvettes taken away or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen those memes, but
I've never seen that.
Oh, man. They're pretty good. Like, 5 sacks given up by Alabama, so, offensive line's probably not going to get their bonus or whatever. And this was before the NIL started. And that's always like a rumor that goes around. It happened in Miami. Players were getting preferential treatment, and then they were also like banging prostitutes and going to the strip club all the time, doing blow and all this, and still competing for a national championship. Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm glad to see Nick Saban gone because it was like too much. But granted, Washington's coach, Kevin DeBoer, I don't know how to pronounce it. DeBoer, he took the spot, so he'll be Alabama's new coach. So do you think that they're going to be able to continue their, typical type of like domination that they have experienced this whole time, or do you think there's going to be a slip and like they're going to have to readjust?
So I think that it's not just the head coach. Like I know that they get all the credit, but like if you think about it, and to his credit, he built a dynasty in Alabama. Like there's not a more hated college football team than Alabama. Like there isn't. Like
Right.
But I think that like at this point in time, like there's just so many people on that coaching staff, and like the system they have come up with, it works.
Yeah.
So I think anyone they move up, they're probably going to move someone up that's already there, that's already worked under Nick Saban for years. I think they're still going to be like a top contender team because Alabama has the money to throw at recruiting players.
Right.
You know.
Well, that's the other thing is they can't. So with how NIL is, they can't just like literally throw money at players.
Yeah.
Like the school can't do that at all. Like it's very convoluted and very complicated. But so I don't know if it was like just that Nick Saban kind of had it figured, because look at all his assistants that are out in the world, or not assistants, but people who coached under him.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name from Georgia?
Yeah.
That guy, he coached with him. There's a bunch of dudes in the NFL. There's the God damn it, can't think of his name now. Oh, Ole Miss. No, I'm thinking of Kirby Smart, whose name I couldn't think of. Oh, Lane Kiffin.
Okay.
Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss was there, and now he's another pretty decent coach in the SEC. So it's very interesting. But yeah, and even if you look at like Alabama, used to be, they were big shit for a long time back in the day, and then they kind of like fell off again, and then really didn't do a whole lot. I mean, they went 13-0 in 1992, but really like until 2008 or 9, I think 9 was his first national championship, but 2007 they went 6-6 with him, and they just were like slowly came back. It's just kind of funky to see, and it's gonna be weird to see him gone, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think that Alabama has like earned that like spot in college football where like people coming up into college who are decent at playing, right? Who have a good shot of going the whole way, know that by playing for Alabama, there's going to be scouts there. You're going to get picked because like if you go and look, there's like a certain, what is it, Ohio State, fucking like the University of Miami, like there's like the main schools that like always when you're watching NFL games, the players that like when they're like talking about where they came from, there's like those main schools. Yeah. And so I think Michigan's gonna get like an upsurge of like people wanting to play for Michigan because they just won.
Yeah.
Because they want to be looked at, because scouts are gonna go there now because they have a winning football system.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that Alabama, I think for at least a couple more years, that there's still going to be a team that everyone talks about, because people are going to transfer there on the off chance that they get on a team that wins the whole thing and gets national recognition, and then because their team gets national recognition, the scouts will be there to see them play and they'll get drafted.
And it's Kalen DeBoer. DeBoer. I don't know how to pronounce this. DeBoer. DeBoer? Kalen DeBoer. I'm going to call it that. He, previous Washington, who was just in the national championship. I mean, they lost, but they were in it. So that's probably a good move on Alabama's part for hiring him, because you don't want to lose a lot of these recruits and so on. But one last reminder about Nick Saban, great and all, but little fun tweet that I found.
Oh no!
Nick Saban, one of 3 Division I head coaches, win 3 national championships and 250 wins. Number 3, Tom Osborne. Who's that? Coach to Nebraska, and also kicked the living shit out of Nick Saban both times he played him. So, or coached against him. Just want to throw that out there. That's all for Nick Saban and Alabama talk that I have.
Yeah. I have something else about Alabama, dude.
Well, let's hear it.
All right,
what
dude.
You got?
So a 42-year-old man crashed his car outside of a Bass Pro Shop in Leeds, Alabama. He stripped down naked, ran inside, and cannonballed into the giant aquarium inside the store.
That's so awesome.
And they didn't put what he yelled, but he got out of the aquarium, yelled at the officers, and then jumped back into the aquarium.
He said, "Fuck it. This is America. I do what I want, man."
I really wish that they would have put what he said, because I feel like it'd make it better. The South will rise again.
Yeah, something crazy, just like, yeah. That's awesome. Man, also feel super bad for the people that work at that store, because there's got to be, I don't even know. There's got to be some sort of protocol that they got to go through. Like, now they got to clean everything. Like, got to have professional aquarium people come and clean the aquarium, because there's external contamination, because this dude probably pooped in it or something. I don't know.
You know what, dude? What if, hear me out. What if he knew he was going to do it, right? He was like, all right, look, I'm going to crash my car, then I'm going to jump in the aquarium naked, because no one fights a naked man, all right? It's a proven fact that if you start to fight and get naked, no one's fighting you, all right?
Yeah.
So what if he had a freshly cleaned outfit, right? He freshly cleaned it. He hopped in the shower, cleaned himself super good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Didn't have one of those fiascos where, like, as soon as you shower, you have to poop, which is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
I hate that so much, man. I hate it so much.
I don't know. It's one of nature's greatest mysteries, too. Why is it like that?
Like, I don't have to go before I shower, and then as soon as I get out of the shower, my body's like, time to go right now.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what the...
Still waking up.
Now I got to get back in the shower. This is bull.
Yeah.
But yeah, he thought about the fish. He was like, you know what? I don't want to contaminate the fish. I just want to shock some people. So he pooped first, showered, got dressed, drove straight there, because he only lives like, a hop, skip, and a jump. Let's say 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, over the woods and through the river.
Yeah. So he thought about the fish before. I'd like to believe he thought about the fish before he jumped in
he
there.
obviously would have taken the fish's well-being into. Yeah. That's what I do whenever I break into a Bass Pro Shops. And you got to think, it's a Bass Pro Shop. They got to have bass in there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. They've seen worse, especially in the lakes I go to. What's up? No.
But in other crazy news, a volcano has erupted in Iceland near the southwestern Icelandic town of Grindavik, sending lava spilling into the town and setting multiple houses on fire.
Yeah.
I guess everyone got out, though.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, wow. So I guess this isn't the first time.
No,
this is just the most recent time.
Iceland is a giant volcano, isn't it?
That's a great question. I don't know.
It's got to be. It's always. I feel like there's always shit going on up there.
But I thought that Iceland was. I thought they named it Iceland to trick people. I thought Iceland was green and Greenland is full of ice.
Well, yes and no. I mean, Iceland's still cold as fuck, but there's there's natural hot springs that people go to when they go there. There's always some sort of drone shot of people like hanging out next to magma.
Yeah.
In Iceland, and it's just like, what are you doing? That's probably why it's not as icy as Greenland.
Yeah.
There's all these goddamn volcanoes.
It does say here that Iceland has more than 30 active volcano systems.
And it's like this, but you can walk across Iceland in 20 minutes. That's a fact. Don't look it up.
God, now we're just spreading misinformation. Good. Here we go.
With 30 volcanoes, and it's not that big. Like I kid about how big it actually is, but it's really not. And there's 30 volcanoes there. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, it says volcano. I don't know what that means exactly. 30 active volcano systems. I don't know if that means actual like spouts.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It just says active volcano systems.
Yeah. What the fuck's a system?
Dude, what's the definition of a volcano system? Yeah.
I don't know. This is too much research, I feel like. Yeah, I have a while you're looking that up.
All right.
Speaking of volcano systems, that leads me to the token sad story for the show.
Great. Yep.
Elderly couple in South Carolina found dead in their home where their heater was at 1,000 degrees.
That sounds like a lie.
No. Sounds like one. I mean, yeah, it does sound like one, I guess. No, it doesn't. It's yeah, so the temperature of the house was exceeded 120 degrees after the home was open to cold air for about 20 minutes. But the heater itself was at more than 1,000 degrees.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Medics measured the body temperature of the victims with a device that reached up to 106 degrees, and both victims exceeded that reading when they arrived. These people were being pressure cooked by their house. How crazy is that?
God. Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Wow. They did not know any foul play, but obviously are concerned about why the heater was the way that it is. Family members told police. Yeah, family probably real tender. Family members told police that they fiddled with a wire until the pilot came on, then left. Apparently that they were having some issues with this thing, their whole system, and maybe they fiddled with the wrong wire.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
That is insane.
Did you find an answer?
I did find an answer. An active
Yeah.
volcano system is a volcano that has erupted in recent history and is expected to erupt again. There are more than 1,500 active volcanoes on Earth. 50 to 70 volcanoes erupt every year. 32 of these active volcanoes are in Iceland.
That's so insane.
I would not live there. That's
Yeah. It's all
What?
volcano. I made a joke the other day, last week on Remedio Scholar about Washington being the super volcano instead of Yellowstone. Changed my mind. Now it's Iceland.
It's Iceland all day, yeah.
Yeah. All the History Channel bullshit trying to scare us about
Dude,
Yellowstone. Watch out for Iceland.
why are they not getting ahead of this?
Yeah. What are you doing? Oh, you know what, though? Maybe that movie Greenland with Gerard Butler has something to do with it. Maybe they're trying to warn us, like 2012 style.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. I have an update on.
Okay.
You remember a month or two ago, Sinead O'Connor passed away.
Yes.
So they released her. The coroner released the findings, and she died of natural causes, and she was only 56. But as mentioned in that episode, her son had died
Ooh.
before, and I was like, well, that's got to be it. And so that's what everybody's saying is like, nah, she probably, like when two people have been married for 70 years and then one dies, and then like the next week the other one dies. It was just
Yeah.
dying of broken heart. That's what the suspected thing is in the Reddit comment section anyway.
Damn.
Yeah. So, and then did you see the Alaskan Airlines flight that lost the
door?
door? Yeah.
Yes, dude. I've had multiple people get stuck in places now. Like they downed
Because of it?
Yeah, because they downed so many aircraft. They were like,
Yeah.
I was upset that we didn't hear about that we didn't know that when we recorded last week, because
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's insane.
Yeah. So here's from the inside what it looked like. I felt real bad for whoever was sitting there.
Supposedly, whoever was sitting in like one of those two rows, it fucking ripped their shirt clean off their body.
Well, yeah.
Like just
I fucking bet. That's crazy.
yeah.
I'm trying to find an exterior shot too.
I mean, just imagine the outside of a plane without a door.
Well, yeah, it was just okay. Fucking. But I did see that somebody who was in that area, their phone was ripped out.
Oh, wow.
By obviously, if that sucked that guy's shirt off or that person's shirt off.
Yeah.
The phone was yanked out, and somebody fucking found it.
Found the phone?
Yeah, they
Holy
found the
shit.
phone. And it looks like it's fine. I mean, here it is. Alaskan
Dang.
Airlines baggage receipt for the flight. Like,
Dude.
isn't that crazy?
The screen's not cracked or anything?
Yeah, no,
Dude.
they said there was like no cracks, no scratches really.
Dude,
Just a little wet.
whatever company makes that.
It's
Because
iPhone.
well, no, I'm saying you could
Oh.
tell on top of the phone, you could tell there was the screen protector
Screen
piece.
protector, yeah.
You could tell whoever makes that screen protector should
And
really
the
use
case,
that.
yeah.
Those people should really capitalize.
Yeah.
Our case and screen protector can survive a fall from a plane. Like, it's drop tested. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no shit. That's funny. We checked. I mean, fucking threw it out of a plane. The guy who found it was wearing a Mint Mobile hat, and so.
Oh my God! So
obviously-
Ryan Reynolds is having
Yeah.
a field day.
Yeah. So he tweeted about it, and then the company itself tweeted. It said, "Not all heroes wear capes. They occasionally rock Mint merch."
Yeah.
So that's pretty funny. But yeah, that's just crazy. Also, it made me think about, like, you've seen pictures of planes that got tore up before, like way back in the day. Like, there's planes missing like half of the fuselage and they land. This is much better. Like, I'd much rather just lose a door.
Yeah.
I'd feel way safer about it. And obviously they can fly with that. Like, it's not, detriment. It's not great, not comfy for everybody else either, but just imagine being in that seat like, oh God.
Dude, I can't fathom the sheer amount of terror.
Yeah.
Like, you're sitting in the seat, you're buckled up, even though you know that this buckle's not going to save you from shit. And then the door fucking falls off,
Just-
and you're just...
And all you hear is just a loud roaring. I would
Dude.
do it, but my mic would pick it up.
Dude,
It just
I...
the most insane amount of, like, you'd have to try it. I don't even know if you could reach your ear to plug it. Could you? With that force?
Yeah, right.
Like,
I think if you lifted your hand, it might fucking start yanking your hand
Yeah,
towards the
you'd-
fucking door. You might...
Yeah.
Ugh. I think I would just, like, try to tilt my head. You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah, put it into the shoulder.
Yeah, like,
It's a good
ugh.
move.
You know what? If you had headphones in, they would probably get sucked out the window too. So,
Oh yeah.
so
yeah,
much for
unless
charging
they
them.
were, yeah, unless they were
they
plugged into your phone that got
unless they
ripped
were
out. You
yes.
dumb fuck.
Yes, unless they were plugged in your phone, dude. Unless you had a fucking auxiliary jack.
Actually, if you look at the picture of the phone,
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
pull it up one more time. Look at that. You see that? What's that?
Holy shit, dude!
That's the fucking plug-in.
It
in
ripped
thing.
the fucking.
Yeah.
Holy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got.
Okay, well then,
So-
before we roll into,
The one true favorite
God
segment.
I hope you didn't hear her. She's screaming upstairs. All right. Before we roll into the one segment you've been waiting for this whole time, I want to tell you to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button.
Do all the YouTube things.
Yeah, hit the bell for notifications.
We're
and
good
then-
at this. Leave us
Yeah,
alone.
dude, we're so great at this. we're real people recording a show.
Yeah.
With
obviously.
zero help from anybody else.
Yeah.
Kylie. Yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. We really appreciate everything you guys do. And if you've
Yeah.
made it this far and you're brand new, thank you for sticking around. Leave in the comments, not you, Kylie. Leave in the comments
Yeah.
who's prettier, because it's definitely me. I'm tired. Look, Levi has everything. He has all the money. He has the great hair. He has the great beard. Stop it. Just say Shane. All right, like this. Not like it's not even a.
Yeah. Give him his pity vote, okay?
Thank you. I need that. All right, here we go. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my friend's dad my mom returned everything he got for store credit for herself?
What?
I don't know. So am I the asshole for telling my friend's dad my mom returned everything he got me for store credit? So her friend's dad got her something and her mom returned it all for store credit, and she told him.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was the top one this week. All right.
All right.
Don't
All
shoot the
right.
messenger. All right. So last year, my mom married Mark, and we moved to a new
Fucking
state.
Mark, dude.
Yeah, dude. We have a 3-bedroom house. My mom and Mark have one room. Mark's daughter Lily, 10, has her own room, and I, 13, female. Oh, no wonder it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
She's fucking 5.5
She's
years
a
old.
toddler. Yeah.
Share. What? That's crazy.
Okay.
I, 13 female, share with my brothers, 18, 16, and 22.
That's a terrible plan.
You share a room with 3 dudes that are
And-
like in their teens?
Why don't you
And
share
older?
a room with the 10-year-old?
Yeah.
Lily.
Okay.
All right.
This is confusing.
Yeah.
Mark doesn't want my mom to work, but he also doesn't give her money for us because that's our dad's job.
Okay.
Okay, this kid's got some shit to work through. So I was kind of on my own to get everything I needed. A guy at my school noticed I don't have lunch most of the time, so he started bringing extra food for me.
Jesus.
Then I started going to his house after school. They've been really nice to me. They take me out with them, and they got me a pair of shoes because mine were too soft,
Oh,
too
okay.
small.
Gotcha.
They went all out for me for Christmas. I got 2 pairs of boots and another 2 pairs of shoes, 6 pair of jeans, 4 leggings, like 20 shirts, 2 jackets, a raincoat, 6 pairs of socks, rain boots, umbrella, new backpack, water bottle, and even hair stuff and some makeup. Damn.
Wow. Yeah, they really did go all out.
They also got me glasses, but that wasn't really a Christmas present because she probably needs glasses,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Jesus.
My mom took everything back for store credit, and she used it to get herself stuff. Holy shit. No, you're poor is what this sounds like, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And it sounds like your mom's shitty. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah, I remember that. Like, I remember getting stuff, my mom taking it back.
Yeah.
My friend's dad picked me up the day after Christmas to take me to camp. He signed me and my friend up for cooking camp during winter break, and I told him what happened. He called CPS, and they came to camp to talk to me a couple days later. Then they came to the house, and now I'm staying with my friend and his dad.
Oh my
He re-
God.
He reordered everything he got me, plus he had me go into Target and get some other stores to get a couple things until everything gets here. My mom is really mad at me. She's mad that I told him, and she's saying I got her in a lot of trouble. So I wanted to know if I was wrong for telling him that she returned everything. No, dude, not at all.
No. It does sound like you're poor or broke. I don't know.
It sounds
I
like
was
your
talking-
mother is not great at managing money, and she used all your shit for
Yeah.
her,
Yeah.
which is terrible.
selfish reasons, and also like her. So it's the stepdad, right? That doesn't let the mom work.
I'm guessing so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mark. Mark doesn't let mom work.
Sounds like Mark should let mom work if mom's taking gifts that were given to you by some very nice, wholesome people.
It's
Like,
it also seems like there's some stuff that we don't know about.
there's a lot of stuff we don't know about.
Like
this,
we're hearing a 13-year-old's version of a story.
which is never good. It's
Yeah.
never as accurate as it could be. Yeah, I don't know. This one's pretty murky. Obviously, this kid's not an asshole because they just were like, well, this was a gift and you gave it to me and then my mom took it away. So
Yeah.
that's what happened.
And it's got to be serious if CPS moved her to her
Yeah.
friend's house. That's crazy. That's another thing. Like
Yeah.
it has to be like her living situation has to be terrible if they were just like, oh, your friend's family is cool with you living there.
Yeah.
You can go there.
Go on over. Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's
also,
just wild.
her friend's family sounds like some fucking actually some legit winners, dude. Like
some good people.
yeah, dude. You bought her like entire wardrobe and then rebought it whenever her mother
Yeah.
returned it all.
Because it sounds like it was easily over $500 worth of
Dude,
stuff beforehand.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 pairs of boots alone. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
two pairs of boots, 2 pairs of shoes, 6 pair of jeans, 4 leggings, 20 shirts, 2 jackets, a raincoat, rain boots, umbrella. Like
even if you're buying bottom like dollar shit from the generic stuff from Target or Walmart, it still adds up.
yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. And yeah, okay, so the fact that that living situation's messed up. Like, you should probably keep the girls together, I would assume. Like, I don't care what the deal. Like, it's still weird. Like, I feel like the girls would want their own space that's not crowded by older teen boys that are gross anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot of BO. And
It sounds like Mark might be a dick too, because like Mark's daughter has her own room, and then his new wife's kids all share one room.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about it like that. But yeah. Interesting, Mark. If that is your real name, which I'm assuming it is, since this person's 13.
She didn't say, and to be fair, she didn't say let's call him Mark. She said Mark.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah. Way to go, Mark.
Yeah, and she straight up dimed out Mark and Lily. She was like, Mark and his daughter Lily, assholes. Which I don't think Lily is an asshole to me. Just like before anyone comes at me.
Yeah.
I know how we have this huge following, and I'll get crucified in the comments.
There's
but
tens of people, so
tens. Yeah.
You gotta watch them. Yeah. Yeah, that one's wild. What are some of the comments saying? Anything interesting?
Let's see. The top comment with 21,000 votes.
Oh boy.
You're not the asshole. You're not wrong. Parents take care of their kids. That's our job and our privilege to do so. I'm so sorry, OP, but your mom and your stepdad were mistreating you and neglecting you. Your friend's family was able to see this, and I'm so glad they got CPS involved. I have a weird feeling. I have like a, not like a hot take, but I have like a weird like feeling about CPS. I don't like them because they used to come to the house all the fucking time when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And we were poor, but my mother fed us. We had clothes. Right. They weren't always the best clothes, but they were clothes.
Yeah.
But everyone and their mother would call CPS on us. So we'd have CPS visits. It felt like once a month we'd have CPS visits because people were like, oh, something's going on with it. Obviously, I didn't know what the reports were, but there was always this lady, always some random lady with a goddamn clipboard looking at it, like inspecting our house.
Yeah. Well, I don't think all of those had to have been reports. I think they have to come back and check shit, don't they?
I don't know. I was young, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
but it just felt like there was always some lady at the house.
Okay. Yeah.
And mom. So here you go. Yeah, I'm probably being lied to. Mom would always be like, "Oh, it's those people at church reporting us."
Oh,
I didn't know. I was just like listening to my mother, and now I just realized.
Let me ask you a question. Did one of your really nice friends ever take you shopping and their parents buy you a bunch of stuff, and then your mom took it for store credit?
I mean,
is this actually you?
So
is your stepdad Mark?
So I mean, while you're bullshitting,
oh no.
So we did have a family. Her name was this lady. Her name was. Well, I don't care. Her first name was Karen. I won't say her last name. Whatever. She was amazing. She had 2 daughters, and she 100%. Her and her daughters took each one of us shopping.
Wow.
For clothes and stuff. My mom didn't like turn them in, but my mother like would take other stuff back. But like,
really,
I do remember like that lady taking us, with her daughters and like, and I think about that when that happened, and I'm so embarrassed about that.
Oh yeah, I bet.
It's like I remember being so embarrassed, just like why are these people paying for my clothes? Like why?
Right.
Like, why is this? And I remember loving the clothes that I got, but just being like insanely embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
But I was mad. We were poor as fuck.
Yeah.
I lived out in a trailer in the backside of Ramburn, Alabama.
Listen, when this story began, I was like, it sounds like they live in a trailer, but I didn't want to fucking throw it out there.
No, yeah.
But there's 3 rooms I mean, it sounds like that's what you know what I mean.
Yeah, I feel bad for this girl.
Yeah.
But I also happy that like whoever that family is that
Somebody's
took her.
helping. Yeah.
Yeah. Because her mom doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Which is terrible.
I agree. I don't think obviously this person's not the asshole. How could you be? Like you're just in the situation. But that is crazy. Also, I said poor at work the other day, and this fucking girl who is in high school still.
Yeah.
It's like poor's a mentality. I said, shut the fuck up.
Poor's a what?
Mentality. Being poor's a mentality. Yeah. Have you never heard anybody say that?
Never.
Yeah.
It's a
okay.
real thing.
Well, you don't hang out with enough uptight white bitches, I think.
It's because of where you work. So
yeah, everybody's buying Stanley Cups, if you know what I mean.
God.
But yeah, I was like, shut up. You don't know. Like you don't know. I don't. People can be poor. That's not a mentality. Like, shut up. You're out of your element, man. Anyway, it just made me think of that because I was like, yeah, these people are shit poor. Like, it sucks.
They
it
have
sounds
to be.
awful. And I feel bad for not just the girl, but like I can't imagine anybody in this situation's really enjoying it. Maybe Lily with her own fucking room. Bullshit. Yeah.
She's also 10 and probably has no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
yeah, 100%. I'm not. I was being sarcastic.
Piece of shit. All right.
I don't actually hate Lily.
Levi, who are your podcast friends we'd like to thank?
We'd like to thank
Especially that podcast you were on.
Oh yeah, the Stupid History Minute I was on last week. It was. I mean, it's real quick. There's a bunch of episodes, and it's literally like a minute and a half each episode. So check that out. The episode I did is on baby monitors. So if you want to learn real quick history about baby monitors, check it out. Then also the Remedial Scholar. I've heard it's pretty dope. Kicking it with the Kellys, the Remedial Room, or the Remedy Room. God damn it, the Remedial Room. Yeah, and then I have some other friends, the Creature Feature, and then the Macabre Emporium are some of my other friends that I'd like to shout out. So
Nice.
yeah, real Creature Feature.
Heck yeah. And if you've made it this far, smash that like button on wherever you're listening. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button with the bell. We appreciate you for making it. We appreciate you, period, if you made it this far.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. If you only listen to 5 minutes, we appreciate you.
Absolutely. Yeah, so don't forget to do that. Click all the links. Check all the stuff out. We have, we have a
we have a store.
Facebook page. We have a store. You can buy T-shirts, big, funky, fresh designs.
If you get a shirt or a sweater or leggings or whatever, if you take a picture of yourself wearing it, we'll flash it somewhere in the show.
Put it on the screen. Yeah, we can do that for sure. Yeah. And that's it, right?
Yeah.
I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.